To complement that in the upper, you've got this flared heel tab to in the high wear areas. That's it's not a super soft put more mileage into the shoe, but at the moment last on the list is looks, and we know this is a super subjective Hi folks, welcome back. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. Just before we dive into today's video, if you are new to the channel, then welcome. And if you like what you see, why not hit that subscribe button and join the ever-growing Run4Adventure family. Speaking of growing, you can probably just about make out on the board there that we're just about to hit 10,000 subs. Amazing, we can't quite believe it, the channel. It was always a number that we wanted to hit, and we're going to be hitting that target very soon. So we just wanted to say a massive thanks for all the support over the years, and to show our appreciation, we're just about to run another Run4Adventure giveaway extravaganza. So very similar to when we hit 5,000 subs, only when we hit 10,000 subs, it's going to be bigger and better, and some of the prizes that are up for grabs are amazing. So keep your eyes peeled, it's going to be coming to the channel very soon. Right, let's crack on with today's video, and we are back today with another running shoe review, but we are reviewing a running brand that's never featured on the channel before. If I'm totally honest, the reason it's never featured on the channel is because I've never been a massive fan of the brand. I've always found their shoes a little bit heavy, a little bit clunky, a little bit high on the heel, and when it comes to the technology and developments in their running shoes, I've always found it a bit dated. But the company has been working super hard, making lots of changes, developing new midsole compounds and new high-tech fabrics for their running shoes. So today we are reviewing the all-new Mizuno Wave Rider NEO. So let's give you a few facts and figures on this new neutral road running shoe. It retails in the UK at £150. When it comes down to weight, in a men's shoe it is 285 grams, and in a women's shoe it is 225 grams. When it comes to heel offset, we're running on a 12mm offset, so we have 32mm on the heel and 20mm on the forefoot. Down to fit, I'm a 9.5, this is a 9.5, it fits like a glove with an average width in the toe box. Right, moving on to the construction of the shoe, and we'll start with the upper first. So the Wave Rider NEO comes with Mizuno's new Wave Knit upper, which is a sock-like construction to give you that sort of wraparound, dynamic and natural fit. The upper fabric is a new ultra lightweight fabric to maintain a high level of breathability and comfort in the upper. The shoe's upper also comes with Dynamotion Fit technology to give you that wraparound sock-like feel, and then to complement that in the upper, we've got this flared heel tab to allow you to get in the shoe with ease and comfort. The midsole of the shoe is constructed using Mizuno's new Enerzy compound, and in the Wave Rider NEO you get a full-length Enerzy midsole. You get an additional layer on the heel just to soak up a bit more impact on heel contact, and you also get Mizuno's Wave technology worked into the shoe to provide you with a more propulsive running experience. Moving down to the outsole of the shoe, it is coated in this pretty cool looking new G3 translucent rubber from Mizuno in the high wear areas. That G3 rubber also provides a bit more traction as you work through your gait cycle, ensuring a stronger transition to toe off. You've got some flex screws worked into the outsole as well, just to try and provide a more natural movement as you work through from heel to toe. So that is a bit of information about the specs and about the exciting new fabrics and compounds used in the Wave Rider NEO. But let's get stuck into the interesting bit and find out how we felt running in the new shoe from Mizuno, and let's start with the things we liked. The first thing to really impress me when it comes to the shoe is the upper construction and how well it fits my foot shape. it really makes this a very comfortable shoe. And I think with this booty construction, to say it's a glove-like fit would be a big understatement. I think I could honestly run this shoe without even tying the laces. It holds and fits my midfoot so well. Once you're in the shoe, it really is a very comfortable place to be. It's quite hard to explain, but it's very soft and very plush internally in this upper. So it feels great having this sock-like construction wrapped around your foot. And then you've got this added heel flare, which is a great bit of design. I think because the shoe is so fitted, it'd be quite hard to get your foot in the shoe without it. But with it, your foot fits in nice and easy, nice and comfortable into the shoe. There's also a good level of padding around that heel collar, and there's really good depth in the heel of the shoe. So you feel very secure and very stable in the back end of the shoe. Breathability has been really good when it comes to this new ultra lightweight upper from Mizuno. I've had no issues with hot feet or anything like that. I think adding these little perforations to the toe box, a great idea. I think they've really helped with ventilation in the upper. So all in all, this new upper on the Wave Rider NEO, very impressive. Great fitting, very comfortable, and performed really well. And I must be honest, if someone had blindfolded me and put this shoe on my foot, I would never have guessed it was a Mizuno running shoe. So great job on the new upper. It's got a really good balance in the midsole when it comes to cushioning and responsiveness. It's not a super soft, spongy midsole, but it gives you a nice, soft, comfortable ride on your longer sort of recovery type runs. But then if you push the pace a bit, that midsole is still pretty lively for a daily trainer. Again, it's another part of this shoe that has surprised me when I compare it to Mizuno shoes that I've run in the past. I've always found them pretty flat and uninspiring, but I've really enjoyed putting the Wave Rider NEO on my foot and taking it for a spin, and I never thought I'd say that about a Mizuno running shoe. This translucent G3 rubber compound on the Mizuno shoe looks pretty cool, and it's also offered me a really good level of traction. At the moment in the UK it is winter, so most of my runs have been done on wet pavements or wet roads, and I've had no issues what to speak of with slippage when it comes to the outsole. So you can probably tell I'm liking the performance of the shoe up till now, and there has been some new developments and innovations in this shoe that have really surprised me. But I think there are still a few things personally for me that could be improved, the first being the heel offset. At 12mm, this heel is a little bit too high for me. Now I know heel offset is a super personal thing, and if you're used to running, say with a 10 or 12mm heel offset, then you wouldn't have any issues with this shoe at all. However, I'm used to running most of my shoes around a 4 or 5mm offset, so this was quite a big step up to 12mm, and I just noticed it a little bit too much. It does feel like the shoe is set up a bit more for a heel striker or a runner who is a bit more dominant on the heel. I think if you're trying to run on a midfoot or a forefoot, it does feel sometimes like that heel is getting in the way a bit, which for me is such a shame because the rest of the shoe felt so good. Great fitting, super comfortable, nice and responsive, and I think if just lowered that heel offset to about 6 or 8mm, the shoe would have just performed a lot better when it came to my running. The only other minor thing, and it's a personal thing again, is the weight of the shoe. And don't get me wrong, 285 grams for a running shoe is not heavy by any means, but everything else on the shoe has felt so responsive. I think the shoe would just perform even better if it ran a little bit lighter. I really have been impressed with the performance of this shoe and how comfortable this upper feels wrapped around my foot. But we've reached that time of the review again where we've got to get some scores on the doors. So let's see how the Mizuno Wave Rider NEO tallies up. The first thing always to score our Run4Adventure is price. So the Wave Rider NEO retails in the UK at £150, which I feel is quite expensive, especially when you compare it to the other shoes it sits against. Say the Brooks Ghost, the Saucony Ride, or the Nike Pegasus. 150 is quite a lot more expensive. Now I know there's lots of new technologies and developments used in this shoe, but I think I'd be a bit happier seeing the shoe sitting around 120, 130. So when it comes to price, we're going to score the Wave Rider NEO a 6 out of 10. Next up is comfort and performance, and I have to say this has been a really comfortable shoe to run in and probably one of the best fitting and plushest uppers I've ever had wrapped around my foot. You hear a lot of runners saying my running shoes feel like a pair of slippers, but this really did, just a really good fitting pair of slippers. Performance has been good in the shoe. I've really enjoyed the mileage I've put into it, fast or slow. Again, for me, I think if that heel offset was just a little bit lower, the performance would have been even better. So when it comes to comfort and performance for the Wave Rider NEO, we're going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think if that heel offset was just a little bit lower, it might have even scored a 9. Number 3 on the list is durability, and so far so good when it comes to the shoe. Obviously we'll find out a bit more about it as we put more miles into it, but not showing any signs of fatigue when it comes to the upper, midsole or the outsole. So for durability, it's going to score a strong 8 out of 10. Last on the list is always looks, and we know this is a super subjective topic, but I actually like the way this shoe looks. I've always thought about Mizuno shoes in the past, they've always looked a bit old and a bit dated. So it's nice to see Mizuno making a shoe that looks a bit more current. I think this G3 translucent rubber on the outsole looks super cool. The shoes come in 2 colorways for men and for women, and I think all the colorways are pretty strong. So we're going to give the Wave Rider NEO a pretty 8 out of 10 for looks. So tallying all them points up, this new neutral road running shoe from Mizuno scores a really respectable 30 out of 40. So let's wrap this up with a quick conclusion. It's great to see Mizuno making a massive step in the right direction. Making lots of new developments using new fabrics and compounds can only be a good thing. The shoe has performed really well on all the slower and faster runs I've done, and I've got to mention it again, it is so comfortable. What I will say is if you're the type of runner that is used to running off a low offset shoe, whether it be racing or training mileage, maybe this shoe isn't for you. But if you're after a new pair of road running shoes, you're a neutral runner looking for that comfortable daily to soak up them weekly miles, you're used to running off a 10 or 12 mil offset, then the Mizuno Wave Rider NEO is worth checking out. So that is a wrap on another review at Run4Adventure. Really hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. We've left links in the description for the Wave Rider NEO. If you want to find out any more information about the shoe, please click them links and do so. And get involved, guys. Have you run in the new Mizuno shoe? How did you find it? Did you get on with it? Did you like the feel on this new upper? Have you been disappointed with Mizuno shoes in the past? Let us know down below. As we said at the beginning of the review, guys, keep your eyes peeled for another Run4Adventure giveaway extravaganza coming to the channel soon. Don't forget you can follow us on our other social media platforms, whether it be Instagram, Facebook or Strava. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. We will catch you in the next video, and as always, stay safe and keep on running.